Which one demonstrates a plural subject? Buses and cars are used to transport people from place to place. The bus is used to transport students. So when you have a plural subject, that means more than one thing. And so you can tell when something is plural is when there's an S after the word. And so the answer to this one is number 1, A. Buses and cars are used to transport people from place to place because buses and cars are a plural subject. Which one is a singular subject? Singular means just one of something. And so in this one, Jane goes to school every day. And so here Jane is the singular subject because you only have one person and one subject. What is the subject of this sentence? And so remember that a subject means that it's a person, place, or thing. A subject is always a noun, which is a person, place, or thing. And so here, and it always comes before the verb. The subject, for the most part, comes before the verb. So in this sentence, Charles drives a car. In this case, the subject is Charles, the verb is drives, and car is the object. So Charles drives a car. So C is the right answer. Which verb is needed for the following sentence? And so this is subject-verb agreement. So when you have an apple or an orange, it's singular because you're talking about either the apple or the orange. So the answer would be is. So when you're talking about a singular subject, you have a singular verb is. Subject-verb agreement. Michael and Daniel are home from school. What is the subject of this sentence? Remember, the subject of the sentence comes before the verb. So therefore, Michael and Daniel is the correct answer. So that's the subject of the sentence. Which one represents an active verb tense? And so an active verb is when the subject does the action. So this one, the car hit the child. Here the subject, car, is doing the action of hitting the child. So that is an active verb tense. Which one represents a passive verb tense? In this one, the object is receiving the action. Whenever you have an object that receives the action, then it is a passive verb tense. So the answer to this one is the ball was tossed. Steve eats an apple. What type of noun is Steve? So a proper noun means anything that's a name. The name of a country, the name of a street, the name of a person. A common noun is just person, place, or thing. Plural noun is when you have more than one noun, like you have cars, trucks. And so Steve, since Steve is a name, then that means it is a proper noun. So 1, A is the right answer. So Steve is a proper noun. The bird catches the worm. And so once again, you have to know the difference between a proper noun, a common noun, and a plural noun. In this case, it's the common noun because the bird is a person, place, or a thing. In this case, it's an animal. And so B is the right answer. What kind of noun is books? So you have more than one book. So therefore, it is a plural noun, more than one. This one you have to memorize. Which item? John has hidden himself from his kids as he plays hide and go seek. Which item in the sentence is wrong? And so here you have to know that the answer is hide it. There's no such word as hide it. You have to say John has hidden himself, H-I-D-D-E-N, from his kids. And so you have to memorize the irregular verb list. There's no way you can do it, but just memorize the irregular verb list. That pretty much covers your quiz. And if you can understand these questions on the practice week 1 quiz, then you can understand how to do the quiz. If you have any questions, feel free to email me.